p.m. evening. I got a small break and I'm uploading the Boeing 737 Classic. There's no Boeing 737 original paper. That's part of the large Boeing 737 main paper. Download a fresh copy of the Boeing 737 next generation and the Max. So let's read this. I like this small Boeing 737s. That's very good to the Microsoft Flight Simulator. But I need a new stronger computer to use the new Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020.
Boeing 737 Next Generation. From Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia. Boeing 737 Next Generation 737-600/700/800/900 Delta Airlines. Boeing 737 to 832 N3747D at LAX 10.10.2011 622 inches 648237648.jpg. The 737 to 800 is the best-selling 737ing variant. Rollin Narrow-body airliner, national origin United States manufacturer. Boeing commercial airplanes, first flight February 9, 1997. Introduction December 17, 1997 with Southwest Airlines. 1. Status in service. Primary users: Southwest Airlines, Delta Airlines, United Airlines, American Airlines. Produced 1996-2019. Civilian variants. 2. 1996 present. Military variants. Number build 7,101 as of March 2023. 3. Developed from Boeing 737 Classic variants, Boeing Business Jet, Boeing 737 AEW and C. Boeing C-40 Clipper, Boeing P-8 Poseidon. Developed into Boeing 737 MAX. The Boeing 737 Next Generation, commonly abbreviated as 737ing, or 737 Next Gen, is a narrow-body aircraft powered by two jet engines and produced by Boeing Commercial Airplanes. Launched in 1993 as the third-generation derivative of the Boeing 737, it has been produced since 1997, 4, and is an upgrade of the 737 Classic 300/400/500 series. It has a redesigned wing with a larger area, a wider wingspan, greater fuel capacity, and higher maximum takeoff weights, MTO, and longer range. It has CFM International CFM 56-7 series engines, a glass cockpit, and upgraded and redesigned interior configurations. The series includes 4 variants: the 600/700/800/900, seating between 108 and 215 passengers. The 737's primary competition is the Airbus A320 family. As of March 2023, a total of 7,124 737ing aircraft had been ordered, of which 7,101 had been delivered, with remaining orders for 2-800 and 21-800 variants. The most ordered variant was the 737 to 800, with 4,991 commercial, 191 military, and 23 corporate, or a total of 5,205 aircraft. Boeing stopped assembling commercial 737ings in 2019 and made the final deliveries in January 2020. 2. The 737ing is superseded by the fourth generation 737 MAX, introduced in 2017. Development. The first 737ing, a 737-700, was rolled out on the 8th of December, 1996, and first flew on the 9th of February, 1997. It was later delivered to Southwest Airlines background. When regular Boeing customer United Airlines bought the more technologically advanced Airbus A320 with fly-by-wire controls, this prompted Boeing to update the slower, shorter-range 737 Classic variants into the more efficient, longer new generation variants. 5. In 1991, Boeing initiated development of an updated series of aircraft. 6. After working with potential customers, the 737 Next Generation, Inc. program was announced on the 17th of November, 1993. 7. Testing. The first ing to roll out was a 737-700, on the 8th of December, 1996. This aircraft, the 2,843 737 built, first for one the 9th of February, 1997, with pilots Mike Hewitt and Ken Higgins. The prototype 737-800 rolled out on June 30, 1997, and first flew on the 31st of July, 1997, piloted by Jim McRoberts and again by Hewitt. The smallest of the new variants, the 600 series, is identical in size to the 500, launching in December 1997 with an initial flight occurring the 22nd of January 1998. It was granted FAA certification on the 18th of August 1998. 7. 8. The flight test program used 10 aircraft, 3-600S, 4-700S, and 3-800S. 7. Enhancements. In 2004, Boeing offered a short field performance package in response to the needs of GOL transporters areas, which frequently operates from restricted airports. The enhancements improve takeoff and landing performance. The optional package is available for the 737ing models and standard equipment for the 737-900. In July 2008, Boeing offered Messier Bugatted out his new carbon brakes for the next Gen 737S, which are intended to replace steel brakes and will reduce the weight of the brake package by 550-700 pounds, 250-320 kilograms, depending on whether standard or high-capacity steel brakes were fitted. A weight reduction of 700 pounds, 320 kilograms, on a 737-800 results in 0.5% reduction in fuel burn. 9. Delta Airlines received the first next-gen 737 model with this brake package, a 737-700, at the end of July 2008. 10. The CFM56-7B Evolution nacelle began testing in August 2009 to be used on the new 737 PIP Performance Improvement Package, due to enter service mid-2011. This new improvement is said to shave at least 1% off the overall drag and have some weight benefits. Overall, it is claimed to have a 2% improvement on fuel burn on longer stages. 11. Enhanced Short Runway Package. This short field design package is an option on the 737-600, -700, and -800 and is standard equipment for the new 737-900. These enhanced short runway versions could increase pay or fuel loads when operating on runways under 5,000 feet, 1,500 m. Landing payloads were increased by up to 8,000 pound on the 737 to 807 37-900 and up to 4,000 pound on the 737 to 600 and 737 to 700. Takeoff payloads were increased by up to 2,000 pound on the 737 to 807 37-900 and up to 400 pound on the 737 to 600 and 737 to 700. The package includes SAD Smiley 12, a winglet lift credit, achieved through additional winglet testing, that reduces the minimum landing approach speeds. Takeoff performance improvements such as the use of sealed leading edge slats on all takeoff flap positions, allowing the airplane to climb more rapidly on shorter runways. A reduced idle thrust transition delay between approach and ground idle speeds, which improves stopping distances and increases field length limited landing weight. Increased flight spoiler deflection from 30 to 60, improving aerodynamic braking on landing. A two-position tail skid at the rear of the aircraft to protect against inadvertent tail strikes during landing, which allows higher aircraft approach attitudes and lower landing speeds. The first enhanced version was delivered to GOL Transports Areas, GOL, on the 31st of July 2006. At that time, 12 customers had ordered the package for more than 250 airframes. Customers include GOL, Alaska Airlines, Air Europa, Air India, Egypt Air, GE Commercial Aviation Services, JCAS, Hapag-Fly, Japan Airlines, Pegasus Airlines, Ryanair, Sky Airlines and Turkish Airlines. 13. Structural problems. In 2005, 3 ex-Boeing employees filed a lawsuit on behalf of the U.S. government, claiming that dozens of 737 contained defective structural elements applied by airframe manufacturer Ducommun, allegations denied by Boeing. 14. 15. The federal judge presiding the case sided with Boeing, and a subsequent court of appeal also ruled in favor of the company. 16. A 2010 documentary by Al Jazeera alleged that in 3 crashes involving 737's Turkish Airlines Flight 1951, American Airlines Flight 331, and Aries Flight 8250 the fuselage broke up following impact with the ground because of the defective structural components that were the subject of the 2005 lawsuit. 17. However, the accident investigations in all 3 cases did not highlight any link between post-impact structural failures and manufacturing issues. During an inspection of a 737 in 2019 that had 35,000 flights, fatigue cracks were found on a fuselage to wing attachment known as apical fork, designed to last a lifetime of 90,000 flights. Boeing reported the issue to the FAA at the end of September 2019, and more planes showed similar cracking after inspection. 18. The cracks were found in an airliner with more than 33,500 flights, when it was stripped down for conversion to freighter. Aircraft with more than 30,000 flights, 15 years at 2,000 flights per year, should be inspected within 1 week, while those with over 22,600 flights, 11 years, should be inspected within a year. 19. The FAA Airworthiness Directive, AD, was issued on October 3, 2019. 20. Of the 500 first inspected aircraft, 5%, 25, had cracks and were grounded. Boeing expected to repair the first aircraft 3 weeks after the issuance of the directive, serving as the template for the resulting service bulletin. 21. Of the 810 examined aircraft over 30,000 cycles, 38 had structural cracks, 4.7%, leaving 1,911,737 ings over 22,600 cycles to be inspected within their next 1,000 cycles, i.e., nearly all of the U.S. in-service fleet of 1,930.22. By early November, 200 aircraft were inspected, with cracks on about 65%. Cracks were discovered near fasteners outside the original area in 4 airplanes. On November the 5th, Boeing recommended expanding the checks to include them, to be mandated in the 13th of November FAAAD. Aircraft below 30,000 cycles were to be re-inspected within 1,000 cycles, within 60 days above. About 1/4 of the global fleet of 6,300 aircraft were to be inspected. 23. Following the contained engine failure of the Southwest Airlines Flight 1380 on the 17th of April, 2018, the NTSB recommended on the 19th of November, 2019, to redesign and retrofit its nacelle for the 6,800 airplanes in service. 24. Production. The production rate of the Boeing Renton factory went from 31.5 to 52 per month. Boeing was to increase 737 production from 31.5 units per month in September 2010 to 35 in January 2012 and to 38 units per month in 2013. 25. Production rate was 42 units per month in 2014, and was planned to reach rates of 47 units per month in 2017 and 52 units per month in 2018. 26, 27, 28. In 2016, the monthly production rate was targeted to reach 57 units per month in 2019, even to the factory limit of 63 units later. A single airplane was then produced in the Boeing Renton factory in 10 days, less than half what it was a few years before. The empty fuselage from Spirit Aerosystems in Wichita, Kansas, enters the plant on day 1. Electrical wiring ice installed on day 2 and hydraulic machinery on day 3. On day 4 the fuselage is crane lifted and rotated 90 degrees, wings remated to the airplane in a 6-hour process, along with landing gear, and the airplane is again rotated 90 degrees. The final assembly process begins on day 6 with the installation of airline seats, galleys, lavatories, overhead bins, etc. Engines air-reacted on day 8 and it rolls out of the factory for test flights on day 10. 29. Boeing stopped assembling passenger 737ings in 2019. The last aircraft assembled was delivered to KLM in December 2019. The last 2 deliveries were to China Eastern Airlines on the 5th of January 2020. Production of the P-8 Poseidon variant continues. 2. The FAA has proposed a fine of approximately $3.9 million for Boeing's alleged installation of the same faulty components of the 737 MAX on some 133 737ings. 30. Further developments. The Boeing 737 MAX first flew on January 29, 2016 from 2006. Boeing discussed replacing the 737 with a clean sheet design, internally named Boeing Y1, that could follow the Boeing 787 Dreamliner. 31. A decision on this replacement was postponed and delayed into 2011. 32. In 2011, Boeing launched the 737 MAX, an updated and re-engined version of the 737ing with more efficient CFM International LEAP 1B engines, and aerodynamic changes with distinctive split-tip winglets. 33. The first 737 MX performed its first flight in January 2016. 34. The fourth generation 737 MAX supersedes the third generation 737 design. The wing was redesigned with a new thinner airfoil section, and a greater chord and increased